2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, NBA fans. Ernie Johnson here with you again, and we've got Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, and we're all amped up for this early season game. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Denver, where we'll see the Nuggets going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they're keeping pace with their win total from last season, holding steady, though they'd like to move the needle and continue to improve. The Denver Nuggets, an intriguing team, fellas. A blend of vets, younger guys. What do you see as their strengths this season?
Well, they got a lot of guys that can initiate the offense. You know, the depth sometimes serves them well, especially playing at that high altitude. I used to play in Denver for 2 seconds. I used to be like, Coach, timeout. I can't breathe.
Well, they got some great young talent. And I think that backcourt is probably their strongest asset right now. But, you know, you got guys in the front court that can really get it done. And I love that altitude. I used to go, and my lungs would be free.
Maybe you weren't in shape. Tip-off fast approaching. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the Golden State Warriors are ready for this thing to get started. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And the Nuggets on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
These are two clubs that know each other well, the strengths, the weaknesses. It's going to be a tactical battle.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, when Kevin Durant came into the NBA, he fudged a little about his height. He told the team staffer to list him at 6'9". He said, "I thought it was cool to say that I'm a 6'9" small forward. That's the prototypical size for a small forward." Of course, guys, he was selling himself short. He confessed that he was recorded at 6'10" ¾ with no shoes. So with his shoes on, he's 7 feet tall. Kevin?
And KD is certainly a rarity, DA. His length and height and athleticism makes him a nightmare for any team he goes up against. Well, both sides in this game have incredible talents in the front court. You get the feeling, Steve, that they'll be going back and forth all night long.
When you have versatile guys in the front court, they can take over the basketball game because no matter what, rebounding is a premium. And then you have these guys that can score, dribble, and pass. From the front court, if you have a talented big guy, he can impact the game, I think, even more than a guard.
Yeah, I agree. So the Nuggets win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Lethal shooting pair of Clay and KD out on the perimeter. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot.
Clearly a foul.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And that one falls for Chandler. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
Chandler hits them both. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the San Antonio Spurs.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
It's Curry outside. He can't get it to go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
They just simply blew it. Hopefully that won't occur ever again now that they have that bad taste in their mouth.
Now here's Curry. 23 points for him the last game against San Antonio.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Shot clock at 6. Outside, Green. Off target from outside. Golden State on deep. 4-point game. Harris kicks to Millsap. It's stolen by Green. Thompson left side. Thompson is double. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Chandler kicks to Jokic. Right side, Millsap. Back to Jokic. Second chance shot. And Pachulia pulls it down.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense. This is the opposite of how they wanted to start this game. 0 for 4 already.
Now here's Millsap. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami. And the rejection by Curry.
Love seeing Stephen Curry get up and send that one back.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
And the first one drops.
Kevin Durant, for his career, almost 90% at the free throw line. He'll make you pay.
And so Durant nails them both.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
Now here's Murray. 9-point game his last outing. Jokic kicks to Millsap. Pass to Murray. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Warriors trail by 4. And the Warriors last year averaging right around 30 assists a game as a team. Greg, just a huge number, and they led the league in that regard by a wide margin.
Yeah, the passing they do is with a purpose as well. And I really feel like they have the highest collective basketball IQ in the game. I mean, they get a lot of free points off backdoor cuts or leak outs, and that's all because of their ball movement and awareness as a group.
And here's Jokic. Following Draymond Green's 3, back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Here's Chandler. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Durant. Curry wide open, and he misses the go-ahead basket. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Chandler goes in, sinks that one from the post. Thompson with it. They just worked San Antonio in that last game. Pass to Green. Picked by Pachulia. Green against Millsap. 4 on the clock. Jumper off the screen. Green, no luck.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
Harris kicks to Millsap. 3-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Curry, good.
Stephen Curry shooting a 3 is like a layup. up.
The Nuggets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Pachulia with the steal. Outside Curry. Dishes to Durant. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Chandler outside. Knocked away. The baseline J. The Nuggets with another miss.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
They get the rebound. Pachulia. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Pachulia's got his first basket of the night.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Here's the screen. And here's Chandler from the arc. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Green with a screen for Thompson. Back to Curry. Puts up a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for Steph Curry.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now here's Murray, guarded by Curry. Green against Milson. Here's Harris. No good again that time.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And just building on to the lead, extending it, trying their best to put this one away.
You sense the game has a number of ways it can go. All you can do is your very best at that moment.
Now here's Murray, following the shot by Kevin Durant. High post shot, and the basket by Harris. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Now, Smitty, be honest, when you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
You know I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Young. Tries again, and the layup good by McGee. McGee's got his first points of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Moutier dishes to Fareed. Passes it to Barton. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish. And one of the things about Will Barton's game that to me makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Barton no good on the free throw. And to back up the point with Barton in his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor.
Sinks the triple.
The defense was decent, but not good enough. That's his shot, and when he gets any daylight, he's going to let it fly.
Livingston kicks it to West. West draws the double. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closer. Rebound by the Nuggets. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Here's Fareed. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Back to Young. McGee is screen on Barton. Teardrop shot, and Fareed sends it back. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Andre Iguodala.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
The Nuggets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And last season, with the acquisition of Kevin Durant, it seemed the Warriors fell into the villain role in the NBA. They became the team fans love to hate, as they were viewed from afar as being unfair. Smitty, do you think they embraced that role?
You know, I think they did, either knowingly or not. The physical play and antics of their big man helped that along, not to mention quotes like "no nightlife in Utah."
And really, the Nuggets, a stronger team than many had predicted last season. One area that troubled them was the defensive end. And when they would lose, it was usually by being unable to come up with consistent stops.
Rebounded by McGee.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
And here's Young from the arc. That one doesn't drop. And it's Denver the other way. And for the Nuggets and their defensive issues, Greg, a lot of it stemmed from their lack of rim protection.
Yeah, and the inability to challenge shots in general, for that matter. And they also had problems applying pressure and forcing turnovers as a team, at the bottom of the league in terms of turnovers forced.
The Nuggets have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Plumlee.
When you watch the Warriors play, their offense is a work of art. There's so much player movement and passing, it's impossible to cover. And the shooting they have, it just puts it over the top.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Plumlee hits them both. And Steve, the common mistake fans have with the Warriors is thinking they only make 3s to score. It's a combination of a lot of things, and I think it just overwhelms defenders.
You know, one thing that comes to mind to me is they pick out the Warriors in mismatches or lose a defender on great screens. They're amazing at that. They force defenders to make a ton of split-second decisions. One mistake, and it's easy for them to score.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Warriors.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for them. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Now, here's Livingston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He dishes it to West. Feeds it to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Arthur. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Arthur sets the pick for Moutier. There's the dish to Arthur. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Thompson is lightning quick in the open floor. Terrific at running the court from end to end.
Now here's Moutier. The feet of Fareed. There's a screen. 3-pointer. Barton. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
All right, a chance to look at some stats for Barton. How he performed last season. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Young's shot is off.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Fareed with it. West picks him up. Kept alive. And Fareed throws it down.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
You know what? When you don't box him out, he will burn you for it. He threw that putback down with the authority.
Again, the miss by Thompson.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Barton passes to Fareed. Plumlee dishes to Barton. Fareed with a clean look. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Denver on top as they end the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too. Not saying I don't. But they're both fans and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Control the boards, and you control the flow of the game.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, West out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Young, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Livingston in at the point guard. Young against Barton. And Young kicks to Livingston. Over for Reed. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. McGee's got 6.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. Ron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you. Here's Arthur. The Warriors making the shot. There's the triple.
Textbook defense from Klay Thompson. Did a real nice job of contesting the shot and sliding his feet on the shooters.
And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his first foul. Green, he's checked in for West. Warriors leading by 3. Thompson passes to McGee. There's a good screen. The 3. The shot by Thompson, no good. Thompson's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. But when I look back at the career of Klay Thompson, you can't help but notice how much he's improved. Every season, Steve, he comes back with a new tool to score on offense and always has been strong, but even getting better on defense.
You know, you love the greats. They can score at all 3 levels. He had the mid-range and obviously the 3 ball, but he is scoring now in the paint off the drive because of his improved ball handling, and he posts up extremely well for a guard. I love what he's brought to his game offensively.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Fareed. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Jarrell Arthur. And it's Gary Harris in for Barton. And they say it's a players' league, but we know great coaching makes a difference as well. And Steve, what was a moment in your career where you really were impressed with what a coach had done and practice, a game, whenever?
Coaches make a difference. We obviously understand, like you said, it's a players' league. The players go out and play, but you got to have leadership. And when you have great leadership to go along with great players and great people, you have a chance to win. You might not always win it, but you feel good of going through the process. I've had some great ones, and some that stick out. Lenny Wilkins in Atlanta. Talking about a great coach, a great person, and Greg Popovich. To get a chance to play for those two guys has been phenomenal, and I can always look back on some of the things they did, and a lot of moments, Kevin, off the court more than on the court.
Interesting. Well said. And the Warriors miss again. Denver in the lead. Harris dishes to Chandler. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Millsap picks to Moutier. Got a piece of it. Curry with the steal. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Now here's Moutier. Jokic with his screen on Curry. There's the triple. Harris misses. There's Curry. They get it again. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Millsap a screen. Harris passes to Chandler. Back to Harris. Out to the right wing. Here's Moutier. No good on the triple. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Pachulia comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Iguodala in for Young. Green, the screen. Curry with it. Now guarded by Murray. Curry dishes to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's now 7 points for Klay Thompson.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Jokic. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Green. Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
Murray kicks to Jokic over Pachulia, and that one's good. Jokic has got his first bucket of the night.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
Yeah, he has the height to shoot over most any defender and the touch to make it with consistency. Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Foul on the play, basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
And the Warriors making a change here. Durant's checked in. And for so many fans, Greg, of Jokic, it wasn't a surprise to see his play blossom last season.
Yeah, and boy, did he. Jokic is so skilled for a big man, having played point guard growing up. Still very young and looks to be a star for a long time.
Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Makes it off the glass. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Over Harris. Hits the front of the rim and out. For Denver, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Here's Murray, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Pachulia dishes to Green. That one's off, still out of sync.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this lead. He's been off all night.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Right side, Millsap. Warriors with the rebound. Pachulia's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Durant. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Just an exceptional take to the hoop by Green there. Looking to see him go for slams like that more.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Harris outside. Now here's Murray. Millsap misses.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Shoots from 12. Rebound by Murray. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. And the basket by Harris.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Curry with it. Picked up by Harris. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Green, the screen. The wide open look for Durant. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Chandler against Durant, and Durant sends it back.
You forget, Durant has the reach of a center. He can provide rim protection.
And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. You watch Kevin Durant and the way he just rises up so easily, Steve, with his soft touch. He can absolutely be unguardable, even if you're willing to throw double and triple teams his way.
You know, Durant's height, shooting, and mobility are just too much for one defender to deal with. On any given possession, he can create a good look out of nothing. It's why he's one of the greatest scorers to ever play.
Martin passes to Murray. He feeds it to Fareed. Kicks it to Arthur. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. The Warriors trail. Iguodala kicks to Pachulia. There's the pass to Livingston. Banked in off the glass. Livingston's got his first 2 points of the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Murray kicks to Arthur. To the wing on the left. Barton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over Iguodala. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. And that's now 7 points for Will Barton. Now here's Livingston. He's covered by Murray. Here's Iguodala. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Barton kicks to Fareed. Comes up empty down low.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. Barton defending. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
That shot off the mark. Excellent D there from Pachulia. And stolen by Murray. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Love the commitment from Murray on defense. Moving his arms all around to come up with these steals.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now here's Livingston. Here's Iguodala. Offensive rebound. Pachulia. Misses from short range. The Nuggets leading by 3. A minute 20 left here in the second. Arthur inside. Defended by Durant. Murray, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Plumlee with the rebound. Barton dishes to Murray. The tray. Here's Fareed. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's Sean Livingston's game. Always keeping his eyes up and hitting the open guy.
The Warriors shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Denver making a switch here. Udier is checked in, and then for Golden State, JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Young is subbed in for Kevin Durant. Free throw dropped for David West. And when the Nuggets are clicking on offense, Greg, they are a joy to watch.
You know they are, and one reason is because they're one of the better passing teams in the league. And right near the top in terms of assists per game last season. And all players on this roster at all positions look to make that extra pass to get an easy bucket.
Livingston is a very reliable free throw shooter, coming in with a career average of almost 80%.
It's his first trip to the line. He hits the second from the line. 27 seconds left here in the second. Barton kicks to Fareed. Arthur with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Screen by Fareed. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Denver, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. A free throw good from Udier.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
You talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Three-pointer, Barton, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Warriors ahead, leading by a point. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Steve Kerr. Coach, what did the team do in that first half defensively?
Just competed. You know, we have a very good defensive team, and our guys are getting after it. I think we've been a lot better defensively than we have offensively, and some of that defense has led to some transition and some open shots.
Something your guys always fall back on. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny, the Jet, Smith, and Shaq, the Eel, O'Neal. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Reminds me of Kenny's suit selection. Has been very, very sloppy. Way too many turnovers. They look unorganized, out of control. It's not pretty basketball. The good news, though, they're still in a great position to win the game if they just cut down the turnovers.
That's it for now, as the second half's just about ready to go.
The Denver skyline looking absolutely gorgeous tonight as we return to the Mile High City. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, you know, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
You know, it's a nice change for him and for the team. It's not like he's selfish. We're just not used to him playing that way.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. The Warriors leading. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Jokic in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
He had a nice open look right there. And that's now 9 points for Wilson Chandler. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. A guy who can lead this team and wants to get his guys open looks.
And so here's Denver. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Jokic. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 18 feet out. Here's Pachulia. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Well, for all the great things that Pachulia did for the Warriors last season, unfortunately, most fans will remember Kawhi Leonard hurting his ankle on Zaza's foot in the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, I don't think he did that intentionally. I know Zaza Pachulia. He just plays extremely hard. He's done a nice job for the Warriors, being that guy in the middle. Doesn't block shots, but he was huge for the Warriors.
One shot.
That one misses for Pachulia. Well, the NBA, we know, has incredible competition. And more times than not, it's more serious than anything else, and they're so locked in. But, Steve, right, there are moments of levity that everybody can kind of laugh at, correct?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think the one thing is having a teammate go to that free throw line, shooting the air ball, and him glancing over at the bench. And, you know, nobody wants to laugh at times. But depending on the game, you just bust out laughing, and then he goes up there and shoots it really hard to make sure he doesn't have an air ball. And then the one when you're passing the basketball and the teammate is not looking and you catch it right in the choppers. That's the one everybody laughs about the most.
How about you personally? Any moment that either you were laughing or people were laughing at something that happened to you on the floor?
You know, I had this one, we call it a flat tire, Kevin. I was led. Teammate Brevin Knight threw it out, and I couldn't stop, and my legs wobbled. I fell, I caught it, and went out of bounds. That's the one I think for me was the funniest. It just wasn't funny when it happened.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Murray kicks to Millsap. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
And how about the numbers on Draymond Green? Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged 10 points per game, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. and he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Hits the three-point bomb. And that's now 9 points for Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry is great off the dribble, but he also is good at the catch and shoot.
Murray with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Jokic passes to Murray. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Nuggets have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. First one falls for him. And Smitty, you were able to play a couple seasons with Steve Kerr when you were both in San Antonio. What was your time together like there? How do you think he's been influenced by his San Antonio time?
Well, it was a great time. He's a great teammate. I think he's been influenced by Popovich's attention to details. Both are very measured to their approach to things, but the one thing you have to really say that you really link those two together, they are funny, funny, funny.
Now here's Durant. 7 points in the game. Back to Thompson. He kicks to Green. Over Millsap, and it's sent back by Millsap. Great D that time from Green.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And here is Murray. He's got 11. Jokic inside. Goes up against Pachulia. Excellent D there from Pachulia. On the wing, Thompson. Wide open. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Millsap kicks to Jokic. And a missed layup.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
It's stolen by Harris. Over Thompson. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, but at least he's getting after it on the backboard. But got a little carried away on that one.
When you're assertive, when you're being physical, good things tend to happen, except for the foul calls.
Warriors leading by 3. It's Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Jokic. He has 7. Millsap at the elbow. Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hope they get it back. Outside for Curry. Again, Curry missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. I'm not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor. When it's all said and done, there will be no doubt Curry will be the greatest shooter of all time. Closing in on every record involving 3-pointers, he has absolutely changed the way the league views shooting point guards.
The free throw drops for Curry. And with Curry in his shooting, really, he has transformed himself, Steve, into a complete offensive juggernaut. There is just no slowing him up.
No, not at all. We know he can shoot the basketball, but now he's able to score at all 3 levels. He's one of the best at the mid-range, at the rim, and when guys are guarding him, he has a knack to create separation. And on a daily basis, it is just jaw-dropping to watch.
Now, Jokic, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry, can't connect from short range. Durant against Chandler. Here's Thompson, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Thompson's got 9 points.
Impressive work from Thompson. Hard for the defense to react on the catch and shoot.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
What's amazing to me about Klay Thompson is his ability to take over a game. He just needs a few shots to drop and look out. The next thing you know, he is in unstoppable rhythm.
Moutier, he's checked in for Denver. Harris outside. Pass to Millsap. Shot to end this cold run, and he sinks the layup. And with Klay's shooting ability and size, it allows him to put up huge numbers, Steve, when he's locked in. We've seen it before in the past.
You know, just looking at Klay's resume shows how dominant he can be when he's on fire. 35 points in a quarter, 60 in 3 quarters. One of the scariest players in the league when he's on. Tough to cut into the lead when you can't make shots. He's been off all period.
And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Different look here for the Warriors. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Nick Young's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Denver on D. Screen by Young. McGee is screen on Harris. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Iguodala. From downtown, Jokic grabs the miss.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
West is checked in for the Warriors. On the wing, Harris. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. And it's 6 points for Gary Harris.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Went.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Yes, indeed. The D thought they had him, but he still found a way to get it done.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Jokic has got 9. Down low. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Pass to Young. West a screen on Harris. Here's Young. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Right wing. Stolen by McGee. Chandler with the steal. Iguodala against Harris. This is it to Jokic. Over in the corner, Moutier. The shot, no good. And Golden State will come the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
Sean Livingston's court vision is amazing. Being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
Denver calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Fareed comes in for Paul Millsap. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And Barton subbed in for Harris. Now here's Moutier. Dishes it to Fareed. Back to Moutier. It's rebounded by Golden State. Young outside. He dishes it to McGee. Golden State moving the ball around. It's Iguodala with the drive. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Over to the wing. Moutier dishes to Barton. The Warriors pull it in. McGee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Iguodala the pass to Livingston. And he jams it with authority.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Barton outside. Barton missing again.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
Here's McGee right over the D. McGee's got 8 points.
And you know what? That's a shot that great players can make.
Barton kicks to Fareed. Feeds to Arthur. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Livingston. Oh, that's blocked. Iguodala dishes to Young. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Livingston. 7 points in the game. And it's sent back by Plumlee. But he gets it back. Here's McGee. Gets it to fall from the right block. McGee's got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Arthur. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Fareed, no good.
What stands out to me about this Warriors team is just how unselfish they are as a group. They really don't care who gets the score or the credit. Cheer each other from the bench, and they do it all game.
Now Barton, after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Barton with it, and Young picks him up defensively.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, GA.
One shot.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Warriors leading by 14. Livingston passes to West. Livingston up top, defended by Moutier. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Here's McGee. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McGee's got 6 in the quarter.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. To the inside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Kenneth Fareed.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
West no good on the free throw.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
And Burton is going to throw it down hard.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. McGee a screen. Iguodala dishes to Young. Shoots over Barton. He knocks it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget. As dramatic as they come.
A thrilling way to finish this one.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll return shortly. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
And that's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. They've got JaVale McGee. Livingston is out there with Nick Young. Then there's Iguodala. And it's West in at the four-man position. And some changes here for the Warriors. Kevin Durant's checked in for West. Thompson comes in for Nick Young. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And Plumlee kicks to Arthur. And the three off target.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Martin with it, guarded now by Durant. And that one's good, Barton.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
McGee a screen. Floats one. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Shooting two.
He's off on the first.
What a season it was for JaVale McGee. Found his calling as a big man off the bench who brings energy. Perfect role for him, and he thrived on a fantastic team.
Green, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And the second free throw, good. And for McGee, he was almost out of the league. His teams didn't trust him on the floor, but he made the most of his chance with the Warriors, Steve, and succeeded.
You know, Kevin, it worked out well for both sides. JaVale McGee completely revitalized his career. Defensively, he blocked shots, controlled the paint, and I was very surprised. He was good on the offensive end.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
The Warriors making a switch here. Pachulia is checked in. That's good from Durant.
Many can argue at this point that Draymond should have had 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Arguably one of the most impactful defenders of this generation. Can take over a game without ever scoring a point.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Green with the ball. And then Durant with the jam.
Beautifully orchestrated play. You put Durant at the finishing end of anything, it's probably a good idea.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Screen by Fareed. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And it's in there. 11 points for Klay Thompson.
And after what was just a horrendous shooting performance in that first half, they're finally starting to find their rhythm here in the second.
Now here's Murray. Guarded by Kerr. Murray, good. And taken over without scoring is a Draymond specialty. Steve, you think back to his triple-double with points not being one of those categories.
Kevin, Draymond is just an amazingly unique player in the NBA with his defense. Can actually guard positions 1 through 5. Plays his best defense when the moment matters the most.
6 to shoot. From outside, off the mark.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
And Fareed kicks to Barton. And the shot falls short this time.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Denver calls timeout.
And we know how great Curry is at shooting the ball, but he is also an incredible playmaker. Very, very aware of how to draw the defense to him and get an easy layup for a teammate. He's underrated as a passer, mostly because his scoring is so incredible.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Trey Lyles checked in for Plumlee. Hernan Gomez comes in for Kenneth Fareed. Leiden's checked in for Jarrell Arthur. And Harris subbed in for Murray. Hernan Gomez passes to Harris. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Thompson, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two.
And at 6'7", Thompson could be a nightmare to match up with down low. The defense pretty much has to foul him when he's that far inside and hope he misses.
Steve, when you think about Curry and his playmaking, the assists are easy to count, but the gravity he has on the floor all over the floor creates shots for others by itself.
And if you're on Curry's teams, you have so much attention drawn off of you. When he has the ball, Kevin, defenders have to be aware of Curry at all times. Opens up so much space for the other shooters.
The first one falls. Well, the NBA has taken great strides to ensure a competitive balance, Steve, over the past decades, but they have a long way to go to achieve complete parity. I don't know that it can ever be done. How do you feel about the current competitive balance of the league right now?
You know, I think it's good, but Kevin, you're totally right. You can't get complete parity. You're going to have injuries, and I think when you have injuries, it changes the whole dynamic of these teams. So far, so good for me. I think it's a lot of balance. Good teams are good for a while, and then it always shifts and changes. I think we're in good hands right now.
McCaw kicks to Thompson. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Leiden. Here's Lyles. And it's Looney with the rebound.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
And Thompson kicks to Caspi. It's hauled in by Lyles. For Denver, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Harris misses. And here's Golden State. They're on a 15-4 run. There's the dish to Caspi. And it's Denver with the rebound. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Doesn't go that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. Here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Green surprising us with his speed and exploiting the weak defense on that drive. His versatility is really tough to match up against.
There's the pick. Here's Leiden. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The floater. Here's McCaw. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Barton passes to Hernan Gomez. Back to Barton. And the initial rules for the NBA include that 6 personal fouls is the magic number before you're done for the game. It's been this way since, who can remember? But do you think 6 is the right number, Steve, for fouls? Or would you like to see them raise or lower it?
I definitely wouldn't want to see them raise it. I think 7 will be too much. Maybe if they lower it, that's a possibility. But right now, I think it's 6. Maybe 5, or maybe you can experiment during some preseason games or in summer league. But I think 6 should be the maximum.
Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Barton. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. The screen from Thompson. Here's McCaw. No good on the triple. Denver shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Harris dishes to Moutier. And there's the pass to Lyles. Over Green. Green with the block.
So much of Draymond's rim protection comes from positioning. But this time, he just flat out got it.
Nailed from 3-point land.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time. And Smitty, at the start of just about every season, NBA officials are given new directives or points of emphasis for officiating. In fact, they don't call it POE anymore. They just have things to really make sure you're on top of for the layman. Are there any changes you'd like to see in the way the game is officiated?
Well, you know, I think one change, I like it where it is, and obviously continuing freedom of movement because we want to see a free flow of games. But I would love to see, Kevin, an offensive rebound. Say your team gets the offensive rebound, the 24-second shot clock is not reset to 24, maybe to 14, and that could kind of speed the game up.
McCaw kicks to Caspi. Here's the screen, and there's the feed to Thompson. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And right there is why Thompson is one of the best shooters this game has ever seen. Amazing strength by him to muscle those shots up while getting hit.
Well, I think Omri Caspi has been underappreciated and didn't play much for the Kings last season. Waived by the Pelicans after injuring that thumb, and hard to figure because he can give you quality minutes.
Nick Young's checked in for Thompson. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. McCaw kicks to Caspi. Second shot opportunity. Got a hand on it. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Harris with the ball. Pass to Wiles. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Greg Caspi, an excellent rebounder and a pretty good three-point shooter.
Versatile, he can play either forward position, and his shooting and toughness makes him a great acquisition.
And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long-term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
And the Warriors miss again.
I'm not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, for all the great things that Draymond Green does on the basketball floor, perhaps his greatest asset, Steve, is his ability to be a leader. Other MVPs and All-Stars will defer to him to set up the defense and get going on offense.
You know, Kevin, that's what we do at Michigan State. That's the kind of player and leader that Draymond has been his whole career. Doesn't care about stats, only cares about winning. Willing to step up and take the big shot as well.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Or are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star game. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time, is great. But I think right now, the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
No good on that one.
Draymond needs to work on his stroke from the stripe. Still looking to become consistent from the line.
And he sinks the second.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Moutier pass to Hernan Gomez. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Wiles. That one off the back iron and out. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Outside, Green. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. Green's got 10 points in just the second half.
There it is. Just lined it up and knocked it down. His first three of the half, second of the game.
Moutier, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Caspi. Denver grabs the miss. Leiden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Warriors. And so it's Golden State with it. Here's McCall. Green, the screen. Now Casper. McCaw kicks to McGee. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Caspi. Tries again. In deep, McGee drops it in.
Really another fantastic offensive rebound and putback. This is the 2nd game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
When he gets into one of these grooves, you never know how long they're going to last. Sometimes they go on and on and on.
Moutier kicks to Hernangomez. Miles inside, guarded by McGee, and he gets the bucket. 1:53 left in the 4th quarter. Inside, and here we go. Moutier heading to the hoop, and Moutier throws it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Golden State's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. McGee a screen. And here's Young from the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Draymond Green.
He plays with such intelligence, creating good angles for the pass, hitting guys where they can do something with it, trying to make the most of every possession tonight.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Young with the ball. Kicks to McGee. Picked by West. Young with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Young dishes to Caspi. He feeds it to McGee. 5 on the clock. Hernangomez grabs the miss. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Now, here's Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kevin, how did you guys get this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Yeah, you guys played your best ball at the end and got the win. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.